Hello again. This is number 4 in the Engaging Your Core section of my Total Body Awareness series. Are you excited? And today we're going to combine some movements that we've done in previous videos, and we're going to add some new stuff. Basically, right now we're wrapping up the Engaging Your Core, the first section, and we're going to move in this last part of that section, into the next section, which is Integrating Your Core, which gets into much more dynamic movements. And by that point, we're hoping that our core is just a little bit stronger and we're a little bit more used to feeling what our core feels like when it's engaged. So let us begin with pelvic rolls, which is basically going to be like our warm up here. So get down on your mat. Oh, I want to go this way, actually. And on your back. That's what she said. Sorry. Okay, and you remember pelvic rolls, don't you? So you want your knees about hip width. Make sure your core is engaged. I felt my back arch when I got down on the floor. That's what she said. And I fixed it. So is your back doing the same thing? If so, go ahead and fix it. So pelvic rolls. You can have your hands here. You can have them here. But if you have them here, try and make sure that you don't use them to push yourself up because you want it to come from your core and your lower abs and your glutes. So core engaged, and let's ground our back into the floor and then up, curl up, 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 up. Hold for a moment and then back down. Breathe out. And again. Just do a few more of those. Your core still engaged. Don't arch your back. Let's do one more. Hold. Breathe in and down. Good job. Okay, let me just look at my little list here. Okay, so now we're going to do the pelvic pulse. So same position. And again, try not to assist with your hands. Core engaged. And then up. And we're going to pulse. Like this. And you can do them fast. You can do them slower, deeper, whatever's comfortable. That's what she said. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do about 40 seconds here. 15 seconds left. Your core still engaged. And a couple more. And down. Good job. Just give yourself a little break here. Okay. Next, we're going to do pelvic marches, which let me fix my hair. So here, you want to put your hands up like this, arms straight up. And you can, if this is too difficult for you, you can keep them down. But again, try not to assist yourself too much. But there, just to prevent wobble from happening, you might want to use your hands just to stabilize a little bit. But if you're strong enough, put your hands up. Make sure your core is engaged here. And then one leg goes up and back down. And then we do the other. Now notice when I go up, I'm not going like that, right? I'm going straight up, and straight back down. Core engaged, okay? So let's do that for about 40 seconds. You don't want any wobble here. About 20 seconds. Five, four, three, and two, and one. Good job. Are you feeling your glutes a little bit there? So, okay, so next, now we're going to move into a bridge hold, which is this. Now here, make sure your shoulders are neutral. You don't want to sink into them like this, and you don't want them too far back either. Don't hyperextend your spine. I'm saying a lot of don'ts, aren't I? And we're just going to hold here. You also don't want to sink down because you're trying to keep yourself in a bridge position here. Core engaged, pelvis tucked under, okay? So, and we'll hold that for about 40 seconds again. So get into position, and you ready? And up. And your head can be forward here if you want, can be back. You can check out your ceiling. About 10 seconds. And one down. Good job. That's pretty tough, huh? You want to make sure that you don't arch your back there because you could hurt yourself. Okay, and then we're going to do one more exercise on the floor here, and then we're going to stand up. So this exercise is actually sort of a modification of the crab dance. Let me show you the crab dance first, because the crab dance is kind of an advanced exercise. So the crab dance looks like this. Now notice my pelvis is tucked under here, up and up. Whoops. Up and up. So, okay, that's the crab dance. That's the full crab dance. And I'm going to show you a modification today because we want to get to where we can do the full crab dance. So, same position. You're going to come up like we did for the bridge hold, and then down, and then one leg and the other. So it's pretty simple, kind of fun. Don't lose control of your legs. There, I got to stop saying don't. Make sure you keep control of your legs. Okay, so ready? We'll do that about 40 seconds again. I was just thinking into my shoulders, and I just want to remind you that you don't want to copy me in that regard. Okay, so we go up, down, core engaged, leg, leg. Keep breathing. Your core still engaged. Ten seconds. Do one more of those. And last one. Good job. Okay. So, since we just finished the bridge series, why don't we take a quick break, go get some water, meet me back here in about a minute. Okay, you ready to get back into it here? So for this one, we need our heavier weight, and for me, that's 10 pounds, but whatever is heavy to you. If 5 pounds is heavy, that's great, 2 pounds. If you want to use a 15 pounder, be my guest. Really, just make sure that it's comfortable for you. You don't want to lose control of the weight during the movement. So this is called wood choppers. We're going to do the right side, well, I guess your left side first, and then the other side. So let me show you the movement in case you don't know. Core engaged. Weight goes up and you can turn this toe in just to assist yourself, but you want the work to be happening in your abs and your core here. And then down and then over. And again, you can turn that toe in a little bit, but this is a transverse movement, so you don't want to completely turn your body. This is for your obliques, so that's where you want to focus. So let's do that for about 40 seconds on one side and then the other. Ready? And up. Keep control. And down. About 20 seconds. It's raining outside. My goodness. Really coming down. About 10 seconds. One more. And good. Okay. Little sip of water. And we'll do the other side. Ready? And up. I don't know if you can hear this rain right now. Crazy. About 20 seconds. About 5 seconds. And last one. Good job. Okay, so let's place our weight down. And now we actually need our lighter one. And again, if for 5 pounds for you is light, that's great. That's what I'm using. But you can go all the way down to 1 pound. You could use a bottle of water, or you could use nothing. You don't have to do anything, really. So this exercise on the floor, it's a little bit challenging. Make sure my microphone's still on. So here we're going to do, and I'll show a modification for this one, for those of you who don't want to do the full side plank here. But for those of you, and that basically means one leg is in and you're leaning on one knee. So, sorry for the interference there. Okay, so side elbow plank. We're going to come up and then we're just going to lift the weight. Shoulder neutral here, just over and over. And we'll do that. Let's do that for 40 seconds. I think we can do it, don't you think? Okay, so let's do it. Get into position and up and weight up and down. Your core engaged. Don't sink into your shoulder. About 15 seconds. And more. and down. Good job. We're going to switch over to the other side. Having a wardrobe malfunction. Okay. You'll notice that I'm only using a timer during the exercise because this is not a HIIT workout right now. I just want to have the timer as a guide. You know, when the exercise is over, you get to see. So I think it's better. So again, here, if you need to use the modification, that's okay. Do 40 seconds again. You ready? And up. Keep breathing. 20 seconds left. 10 seconds. One more. And down. Good job. Whew. All right. That's a pretty challenging exercise, isn't it? So, okay, we have one more exercise on the floor. And we're going to need our weights again in a little bit. So this is called dolphin push-up. So we're going to start basically in an elbow plank position. And you can have your hands together here to stabilize yourself. So plank, focus your feet, the weight of your legs on your toes, on your big toes. And then dolphin push-up, keep your core engaged here, don't arch your back. Breathe in, and then back. And we'll do that for about 40 seconds. Get into position, and go. Don't forget to breathe. Six, five, four, three, two, and one. Okay, good job. So now we're done with that section. Let's take another quick break, have some water, and meet me back here. Okay, so let's get back into it. Now we have 4 exercises left, and these are plie exercises. Well, they're not all plies actually. A couple of them, our feet are going to be straight ahead because we can't do first position because we'd hurt our knees. But anyway, so the first one does start in first position, however. And this, I'm just holding my weights. You don't have to. You can have nothing. You can have your arms out. Core engaged. We're going to come down into a plie and then up, releve, and down. And then leg goes out and the same thing. And up and down and back in. Okay, so let's do that one for about a minute. because it's a slower pace and has more components. So get into position and go down and up, toes and down. And then down a little bit on your way in. Again. And then over here, inner thighs engaged, pelvis tucked under. And I'm kind of just guessing on a minute here because I've lost count. Whoops. Again, I think we're maybe at about 30 seconds here. Keep breathing. Pelvis tucked under. Let's do one more on each side. Check your feet. Make sure you're in the right position. And that's it. Good job. Bleep WOD really has me huffing and puffing here. Whew. All right, did that get you going there? That's what she said. Okay. I'm just looking at my list over there. So weights again. And this one was, okay, sorry, I just have to remember because I just made this one up. So, okay, wide second position here. And you can have your toes out like this if it's comfortable, but if it hurts your knees or your ankles, bring them in a little bit. That's okay. Keep your pelvis tucked under. You might have some balance issues here, so just make sure you got your core engaged through the whole thing, of course. So we're going to come down into the wide plie with a lat. Now make sure your shoulders stay down here. So down, and then we'll come up on our toes for around the world, and back down. So 40 seconds. Okay, into position, and go. Whoops. That's okay, that happens. But re-find your form. I think maybe 20 seconds. And last one. Good job. He was really trying to make me lose my balance there. Okay. Let's take another little water break. We still need our weights here. So, bleep WOD is not letting my diaphragm expand all the way right now. So I'm not getting full breath. So that's why I'm huffing like this. Whew. I decided to give you guys the raw stuff because that's what you come to me for. You don't come to me for manicured things, do ya? You want the raw stuff. So here it is. Okay. So we've got 2 moves left. Here, you want to have your feet pretty narrow together because we're going to do a squat down like this. Back up, and you really want to feel it in your glutes there. And then when we come up, the weights come up on your toes and down. Okay, so 40 seconds. into position and down. And go down there as far as comfortable for you. Keep breathing. Make sure your core is engaged. Keep your shoulders down. I think we got about 10 seconds left. Let's do one more. And up and good. Good job. Another little bit of water. And we got one more to go here. So, yes, this is the travel and kicks. So let's leave the weights for this one. So here, we're going to come down and up and kick and down and then travel with wide plie. And we'll just go back and forth between legs, down, up, and kick, and down, and then travel again, down, up, kick, and down. So we're just going to travel back and forth across the mat. Do that for 40 seconds. Sound good to you? We are using the timer this time, but I don't have a second hand in front of me, so I'm really just guessing. So if it's a little bit off, that's why. So, okay, first position. And if you want to keep your arms out here to help your balance, that's okay. And you know what, I might actually do that myself. Core engaged, pelvis tucked under, down, and just alternate the legs to the middle and down. A little rough here, down. And if you can't remember which leg you did last, that's okay. It'll even out in the end. As long as you're not doing the same one over and over again. Leg. Whoops, I did that out of order. That's okay. We can have flaws, right, you guys? We're only human. Whoops, and down. And leg, we're probably coming to the end here. Let's go across one more time. Last one. And that's it. Good job today. Okay. Let me just wipe my face. I hope that got your heart going like it did mine, except mine is going at this pace because of Leap WOD. So let's just do a quick cool down here. So first, do some breathing. Breathe in. And out. One more time. Out. Okay, now go up again. And this time we're going to go down. And if you need to assist yourself, put your hands on your thighs. And then here, I'd like to just come down for a minute. If this is uncomfortable for you, that's okay. You could just stay there. Back up, stretch your legs, Keep your core engaged. Still got to keep your core engaged, and then back up. And breathe in, core engaged, and out. Let's do that again. Down. And up. Now here, I'd like to do a hip flexor stretch. So I'm going to come all the way down, but you can stay on your knee if you want to and just push forward. Make sure your hand stays on your thigh and your knee should be in front of, not in front of, behind your toe. So, but I'm going to go all the way up here. And if you feel comfortable doing that, please do. You want to push forward, not down here. Just pulse a few times. And then double leg stretch. Keep breathing. If you need to bend your knee here, that's okay to relieve your hamstring. Keep breathing into it. And then other foot forward. The other one goes back. Push forward. And double leg stretch. And your chest should be over your thigh here, front thigh here. Okay, then both feet back, and I just have to walk back a little into down dog. And just stretch each one individually. And then both down when you feel comfortable. Keep your pelvis tucked under. Now let's do a little glute stretch. So one leg comes up, core engaged, and then pull it forward. You want your shin to be parallel with the floor. And if this is too uncomfortable, you can do the glute stretch we did in our last video on your back. So keep your pelvis tucked under here. I probably said that 3 times already. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, back up. Back into down dog here. Pelvis under. Leg goes up. And in. And hold. Breathe. And back up. And here, actually, why don't we go into child's pose? Come back. Breathe. And up. Back to down dog. Get into position. Tilt pelvis under. And then we're going to walk our hands in. Stay here for a moment. Kind of hang over your feet. Make sure your core is engaged. Don't lock your knees here. And then I just turn my toes out a little and come down for an inner thigh stretch. If this is too uncomfortable for you, that's okay. You can just stay there. And I clasp my fingers and just push my knees back a little bit with my elbows to stretch my thigh muscles. If that's uncomfortable, if it hurts, just let the muscles stretch on their own. Kind of rock from side to side. And then back up. Feet come in. Just hang here for a moment. Breathe. And then put your hands on your thighs to assist you up, core engaged. One more breath. And that concludes the first section of my total body awareness series, you guys. You guys are the first ones in, man. I am so glad that you're here. We're going to have a little break for Christmas, and then I'm going to come back with the next section, integrating your core, which will get into some more dynamic movements. It will be a little bit more challenging, so get ready. Merry Christmas. See you next time.